Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn one of the most important and fundamental topics in the cryptography known as Caesar Cipher. Which is a type of the substitution cipher. So this topic is very important for the computer science, BCA, MCA and cybersecurity beginners because it helps you to understand how encryption and decryption actually work at the basic level. So without further delay, let's get started. So first let us understand what substitution means. So basically a substitution cipher is a cryptographic technique where each letter of the plain text is replaced with the another letter. In simple words, the original message is called the plain text, the encrypted message is called the cipher text, and each character in the plain text is substituted by another character. And the mapping can be either fixed or the variable mapping. So the substitution cipher forms the foundation of many classical cryptographic techniques, and the simplest and most famous substitution cipher is the Caesar cipher. Now let's discuss what the Caesar cipher is. So basically the Caesar cipher was invented by the Julius Caesar, the Roman military leader, and he used it to send confidential military messages so that enemies who could not understand them if intercepted. And basically, this Caesar cipher is a fixed shift substitution cipher. This means that each letter in the message is shifted by the fixed number of position in the alphabet. And the fixed number is called the key or the shift value. For example, if the shift value is 3, then the A is treated as D, the B is treated as E, and C is treated as F. So if we have a plain text hello, then the cipher text is KHOOR as per the shift value 3. And this is very simple and yet historically very important. Now, let's discuss the terminology used in the Caesar cipher. So, here the P is called the plain text, the C is called the cipher text index, and the K is called the shift key. So, we consider the positions of alphabet A to Z from 0 to 25 because we have 26 letters. So, as per the encryption formula of Caesar cipher, the formula is C equal to P plus K mod 26. So, suppose we have a plain text letter C and the index of C is 2. Let's take a shift value K equal to 3. Now, if we apply these values in the formula, then we get C equal to capital C equal to 5. So it means it corresponds to letter F. Okay. So here for encryption, the plain text is C while the cipher text is F. Okay. So this process is repeated for every letter in the message. So to get back the original message, we use the decryption, and the formula of decryption is P equal to C minus K mod 26. So for example, if cipher text letter is F and the index of F is 5 and the key value is 3, so the P value is 2 and that is the index of letter C. So successfully we recovered the original plain text. Okay. Now let's talk about the security. So the Caesar cipher is not secure. Why? Because it has only 25 possible keys. Means you can shift from 1 to 25 and the shift equal to 0 means no encryption. So an attacker can simply try all possible 25 possibilities, and this is called a brute force attack. So with modern computers, all 25 keys can be tested instantly. So Caesar cipher offer no real security in today's era. Another major weakness is the frequency analysis. Basically, the Caesar cipher preserves letter frequency. So, in English, most frequent letters are, for example, E, T, A, N, O. So, if we analyze the cipher text and find the most frequent letter, we can guess the shift key. For example, if the most common cipher text letter is H, and we assume it represent E, then the shift equal to H minus E equal to 3. So this makes ciphertext very easy to break. Okay. Now we discuss some pros and cons of Caesar cipher. So Caesar cipher has a historical significance, and it is used. It is the base of all the different cryptographic algorithms. It is very simple mechanism and the foundational concept for encryption and decryption process. While we already see that the Caesar cipher is vulnerable to the attacks because of the limited key space from 0 to 25, and it is not suitable for the sensitive data nowadays. Even though it is not secure, Caesar cipher is still useful in many areas like educational and the academic use because it introduces the basic cryptographic concept, teaches the encryption and decryption process, and the foundation for the advanced cipher. It is also used in the puzzles and games, used in the escape rooms, riddles, and the crossword, and it also improves the logical thinking. It is also used for the kids' secrets communication, for the simple and fun secret messages, and build the early interest in the cyber security. It is also used in the historical military communication that is used by the Julius Caesar, who is the founder of Caesar cipher, and that is one of the earliest encryption method. It is also used for the text obfuscation, where you can hide spoilers or the casual text, but not meant for the real protection. It is also used in the programming and cybersecurity training to practice loop and the ASCII values for understand the modular arithmetic. It demonstrates the brute force and the frequency attacks. So, the Caesar cipher is a substitution cipher, and it uses a fixed shift value. Very easy to understand and implement, but as we discussed, it highly insecure. It is also useful for the learning and teaching the cryptographic basics. So, in upcoming video, we will study more advanced and secure cryptographic techniques. So, if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching and happy learning.